Our adventurers have escaped the City of Lost Names, managing to steal Dragon Army Dragon and regrouping with the remainder of the force. They eventually head back south to the city of Kalaman, learning that the refugee situation has only gotten worse, though a new council has been formed. They meant to report to the marshal, but were asked by Lord Bakar to divulge their findings before the entire council. They have been given free rein, but they know that the army shall be coming to Kalaman soon.
So, you've still got some time. Like I said, right now you aren't assigned anything. Is there anything anyone wants to do in the city right now?
Well, once I actually get back to the capital, guess I'm just gonna go up to the quartermaster and be like, "Hey, I got some weapons for you." Oh crap! Where's my list?
Says that they will take anything they can get, as they're obviously stockpiling for the coming war.
All right. I say, okay, here we go. I have 30 short swords for you, one elvish-looking longsword, 1 splint armor, 8 shields, 2 leather armors, 16 longswords, 1 lance, 1 great axe, and 100 crossbow bolts.
Are you just telling him that, or are you like pulling it out?
I pull it out at once and then go through what it is.
He looks at it all. None of this has been cleaned or sharpened. These need to be brought to a smith.
Yeah. Put them in a pile. Have somebody else do it.
He shakes his head, and then he calls over some of the other soldiers and begins telling them to go and fetch other troops in a cart to haul these to the assembly line.
There, I did some good.
Where do you get inspiration?
Yay! And I did some spring cleaning. Now I need a new one.
Just imagine
And
the corner that all that was a big old crusty blood spot now, stained.
I'm cleaning.
I mean,
And
if,
then
as,
we'll go find Matthias and that rest.
if nothing else, it can be used as metal, remelted down and reforged.
Mm-hmm. But that's, yeah, and then I'm gonna find everybody else.
Well, what is everyone else doing?
Who would be the one completely in charge of all the requisitioned items from the city?
The quartermaster?
Well, I guess I'll go talk to him about if
I mean-
any of the mages may have brought in something to give me more protection.
I would say, what exactly are you referring to in regards to requisition? Like, you're just looking for equipment from the army?
Well, you said that they were going around picking up all the items that they could utilize.
Yeah, they were definitely doing that.
So I figured there'd be like an inventory of the mage's stuff if they handed over that stuff.
You could talk to the quartermaster, so you'd probably run into Duval on your way to him.
So yeah, I would go ask him if there was anything that magic users might have brought in that would help protect me better.
Oh, that's a good idea.
He brings up that they've primarily been requesting various mages to scribe scrolls and those who are able to make potions. But unlike with the order in regards to weapons and armor, those are not being taken by force. They are simply being requested. So if you like, there's a large number of scrolls and potions he can offer now.
Yeah, I'm sure we could probably use more potions. So, what potions does he have?
I would have walked back with him since he was one of them that I was looking for.
Well, they've been stockpiling potions of healing.
Oh, yes. What if we can get some of those?
They've also been able to get a handful of potions of hill giant strength. But that has been their primary focus. Is the majority of potions are not particularly applicable in combat. And anything more difficult than potions of healing are either beyond the ability of the local mages, or the ingredients are too difficult to come by, especially considering how little trade there is currently. Almost all trade on the roads has ceased. The only reliable trade right now is via the harbor.
Basically smugglers and stuff then too.
Well, possibly smugglers, yes, but legitimate trade, the only thing that's still making it in is ships.
Yeah. How many potions would we be able to request of healing?
Currently, it is with your current rank, they're willing to issue 3 healing potions.
Alrighty. I will definitely take those.
And if you're with Druval, he's willing to issue you 5 for your contribution to the war effort.
I get
Ready?
5?
Oh, you obviously provided a whole bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
So he's willing to give you 5 potions of healing.
Dude. I just look at you and it's like, I did some spring cleaning.
5 total, or 5 for him and 3%?
5 for Druval, 3 for Matthias. 3 is the standard issue for your current rank, but he's willing to give 2 extra to Druval because Druval provided a whole bunch of equipment of various types.
But that will conclude my business then with the quartermaster. I believe I would head to go talk to the knights that were stationed at the trade gate. Since they're not
yes.
allowed in.
Well, outside the trade gate is where
Yeah,
the
Because,
contingent.
they're not
Gee.
allowed in.
To your knowledge, there are only the soldiers, the actual commanders, so the actual knights, were killed, and it is basically just the armsmen that were accompanying them that made it here. And even then, their force has been depleted because they had to fight their way to get here.
So basically what you're saying is they have no real leadership.
Not to your knowledge. What is everybody else doing?
I'm just hanging out, playing with my dragon. As
Staying in the
usual.
quarters?
Did Mulara have some sort of two-headed weapon when she was in the black market side of her store?
It was just the great axe that you bought.
I forgot exactly what all I had actually bought. So yeah, I need someone to identify a great axe. What else did I take?
I know there was a cloak that you guys were very interested in, but needed like 5,000 gold.
Okay, I wanted the cloak. You wanted the boot.
No clue. Yeah, how much was the cloak?
I believe Joe had priced the cloak at 5,000.
And there was boots at 4,000.
The cloak was, 5,000. The boots were 4,000.
Got nothing for that.
You can haggle.
I don't have good charisma.
Just roleplay.
My voice is very shitty right now. So I walk into her store. The first thing I do is collapse and die. I don't think I can haggle down a $5,000 cloak. 5,000 gold cloak, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Was there a mace or something?
No.
Anyone else looking for anything in particular to use? Alright. So then I guess I'm just gonna track down like Druval to identify this great axe.
Alright, so you'll eventually meet back up with Matthias and Druval. Right, Naomi, what are you two doing?
Like I did last time, I got married. That's all I wanted.
Alright, just gonna go hang out in your room then?
Yes, and thought I would steal that cloak. Under my bed.
Naomi, what about you? Kelly,
She playing Baldur's Gate right now.
doesn't say she. Let me go check quick.
Yeah, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to
Hello.
identify that for you.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello?
My mic wasn't working. I couldn't get it to work.
So what would you be doing?
Not much. Probably also just hanging out.
What actually, hold on, before I do anything else. What are you proficient in? As far as like weapons or armor, or can you use shields?
I can have heavy armor. I have medium armor. And I can do simple weapons, but that's not super important. Like right now I'm carrying a mace. But
No shields though? No shields though?
I can do shields.
Did Mulara have a shield for sale, Joe?
She did not.
Alright, never mind. Original plan.
But where are you gonna hang out, Naomi?
Probably at the just whatever tavern is around.
Well, there's the Steady Beacon. There's also Wanderer's Rest.
What's the difference?
One's the beacon. One's whatever.
Well, one's done by the docks, and one's deeper in the city. So I imagine Wanderer's Rest is probably a rougher environment.
That is a good conclusion. I'll go to the Steady Beacon.
There's literally no information on Wanderer's Rest.
I do have a question for you, Drew. How much was in the payroll bag that we got?
I don't know that.
The payroll had 10,000 silver.
Got it. Need to find crop.
Are you parting ways with Matthias, or are you heading into the castle? Or are you going to go with Matthias?
I don't need to talk with some knights. Going back to the quarters. And you say 10K?
Yeah, 10,000 silver.
Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the, our quarters.
Alright, you can find Krot hiding under the bed.
Hey, buddy. Gotta talk to you. Is there anybody else in the room?
Griffle said he's staying there.
And I came to get you.
No.
Yeah, Karnax would show up eventually.
Yeah, I just go. That's like, we'll have to discuss our money situation later. Wink, wink. Anybody else understand that?
Something about Big Toe?
That's what I heard. Something about Big Toe.
I just by Big Toe, you get a thumbs up.
Alright,
Thumbs up with his toe.
got it.
Well, shortly after that, Karnax would walk in.
Duval, could you please identify this great axe?
I can tell you if it's magical or not, but to actually identify it, I cannot.
Oh, that's right, you're a warlock.
Yes.
See? You need to read more books, man.
But I might be able to. I know a person we could probably go to identify it. I think. Didn't I get something identified at Wyans?
Yes, she is able to cast Identify.
Yes, I know someone.
Perfect.
Follow me.
I shot.
We're off to Wyans.
You two head out to Wyhan's Apothecary. In the meantime, you've made it.
A plus push with Mojo?
Yeah, you bought a +1 short bow.
Yeah. And none of my short swords are there.
But either way, what was that, Karnax?
So Mulara's a Ender, right?
Yes, she is.
So can I not just borrow the cloak? I borrow things all the time, so I'm sure she'd understand.
You'd have to make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
But regardless, Matthias, you head to the trade gate and you see things are highly backed up. Them using a checkpoint, trying to make sure that only those that are allowed to enter. They double check if you've been issued with any paperwork.
Which we had when we had the little never fall thing.
Nary
Fall. Where Karnax jumped off the castle.
Nary crash. Nary
Yeah.
crash. There we go.
You've been issued paperwork. So,
Okay.
as long as you've got your paperwork,
It's not like Druval beforehand. So yes, I'll show
They
him the
tell you
papers.
to. They tell you to make sure that you keep it, so that you can regain entry. But eventually, you head out past the trade gate into the much expanded refugee hovel shanty town that's been built outside the city walls now. And within it, you see a little ways off. They seem to have, for lack of a better term, segregated themselves. Is more of a small military camp. Tents nicely lined up in rows, and there you find, as I stated, armsmen, men-at-arms, that are sent by the Knights of Salamnia. Upon seeing you, they of course salute a knight.
I return the salute, and I will
Several-
ask who is currently in command.
They tell you that only one knight has survived the journey. She is currently wounded and resting in her tent.
Well, if she is resting, then I will not bother her at this moment. But unfortunately, it still seems that the council will not allow you within the city.
Say you do have a healer in your party. You can bring her out to it.
That is true. But I do have one that could assist in getting her back to 100% herself.
I'll gladly take whatever help they can get. I mean, there are several others wounded amongst them, but the fact that their only remaining officer, so to speak, is wounded is very upsetting.
But at that, I will turn around and go look for Naomi.
Getting drunk on a plane. I mean, bar.
Oh, God.
Buying shots for everybody.
Well,
I don't know. It sounds like you need to cast Greater Restoration on Karnax.
They're gonna have so many coughs to cut out in your recording soon.
It's not any worse than Tyler's.
Wait, don't die. What the heck, man?
Why ain't gonna kill Andre? What you can kill him would be something stupid. You have one.
I was gonna say, it needs to be a whole lot more stupid to bring me down.
Like a fish.
Like.
keep your distance from Andre, Sam. Which inn or tavern would you be staying at? The Wanderer's Rest or the Steady Beacon?
I believe she said earlier that she's gonna go to a steady beacon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Steady Beacon is a tavern that boasts a large tap room, although, much like similar to Vogler, it's a very fish-focused menu, and it has modest lodging. The decor features lots of broken weapons of what seem to be defeated bandits. This is the favorite tavern of most of the soldiery, and most evenings you can find dozens of off-duty troops relaxing here. Even during the day, you find the off-duty night shift drinking already in the middle of the day. The owner of the inn is one Jessen Thole. He is a human soldier and a retired commander from the military of Kalaman. Assuming that that is where Naomi is, you will eventually find her there, Matthias.
And I will ask her to accompany me back to the camp of the knights to tend to their sole remaining knight and whoever else needs assistance.
Okay.
You get a lot of side-eye and glances over the shoulder as you walk in, Matthias.
I simply brush him off.
But the two of you head back to the trade gate, where, once again, they were asked about your papers being issued. I can't recall, did Naomi get papers?
She was there with us.
Yeah, we all reported together.
Okay, I couldn't remember, since she's not actually part of the military. Nonetheless, you head out the trade gate, return to the tents of the knight contingent, and they lead you to the larger command tent. Inside, you see an oddly not odd, a surprising number of sets of Solamnic plate. You would assume from the other fallen knights, probably. And lying on a bed, bandaged, and with a handful of the Corbett attempting to treat her, you see a knight of Solamnia.
Well, I will motion to Naomi to tend to the
Oh,
knight.
wait. I should say, do you have Prayer of Healing, Kelly?
Do I have what?
Prayer of Healing?
I'm looking.
Or whatever it's called.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You're able to ritual cast that, I believe.
Is it a ritual spell?
Yeah, because I think you can't use it in combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 10-minute thing.
It's a 10-minute spell, but is it a ritual spell? Those are two different things.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It has a casting time of 10 minutes, but it does not have the keyword ritual.
Yeah.
It will still consume a spell slot, which also means that you have to have it prepared.
Which I do.
Well, I know they said they had multiple wounded, so you should say, gather up the wounded, and I'll begin my ministrations or whatever.
First things first, make a medicine check. So it would seem that the one knight commander is both wounded, but also suffering from some kind of infection. She has a fever and is sweating profusely.
Can I tell where the infection's coming from?
Oh, probably some kind of bacterial infection she got from the wounds she suffered on the battlefield.
Okay,
So,
that's what I was
lesser-
asking.
Lesser restoration, I believe, would take care of that. Bacterial infection's closer to a disease, right?
Basically, D&D does not define the difference between virus and bacteria.
Oh.
So first I'm going to squish all the pus out.
You actually going to do this mundane without magic?
No. No.
It's like, that would hurt. Especially at the size of wound. Depending on what it is.
She appears to have suffered something under the armpit, because obviously there's not very many places you can get hit with a full
that's
plate
even
on.
worse. That's a lot of nerves. Oh,
Are you ticklish?
not anymore.
Yes, some form of cure disease type, as well as additional magical healing would be necessary to fully heal the Knight Commander. Will you be casting any of those spells?
Yeah, I thought. Okay. Do I actually have to? You have to see it to believe it. Okay.
Well, you didn't respond.
Because I thought it was already decided. Sorry.
So you also need to use lesser restoration.
So you're using Lesser Restoration to remove the disease, and then what are the specifics of Prayer of Healing?
Then I give it back. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
God, if that was the case, I'd be killing you.
Prayer of Healing is up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. A range of
That you can see within range.
That's why I said you should tell them to gather up their wounded first, and then she can begin administrations.
So if you were to use Prayer of Healing immediately, you would only be able to give it to the Knight Commander.
But I'm not there, which means one of you has to say it.
Like I thought it was already implied that like we would, like this is how it works. So we're gonna round everybody up, and that needs healing.
They're not moving the wounded from out of the medical tents just to move them all into the commander's tent. And they'd rather not move the commander either. They don't want to move the wounded.
Fine.
So what order would you do things in?
So lesser restoration, and then I would just probably just do cure wounds on the commander, then go out and do prayer on the rest of the gathering of wounded.
With that, obviously the Knight Commander is healed, and 6 of the wounded are in much better shape. Though there are, of course, among them several infected as well. Nonetheless, you have increased the odds of survival for many of them.
Basically, if you wanted, you could spend more spell slots to also cure the infections of those soldiers.
Yeah, I was just counting how many spell slots So I can cure at least I don't know, a lot more people. I don't know.
There-
How many you got?
There are still 31 wounded in the tent. And you'd have to go through and on a case-by-case basis, determine how many are infected, how many simply have open wounds, so on and so forth.
Okay. I'll
Did they have any
go
medical
through and,
focus
like,
on-
with a little notepad or whatever, and figure out how many just have open wounds, how many have actual, like, infections, conditions.
Alright, it's going to take some time, but I will say that you don't have to make any checks. You'll just work with the corpsmen and their chief medics to determine all of that. In the meantime, the Knight Commander, feeling at least a fair bit better, steps out of her tent and comes over and salutes you, Matthias,
I return the salute.
to which she asks, "I'm not familiar with you. What order are you from, Sir Knight?"
I am Matthias Blackstrand of the Rose Order.
She nods and smiles at that. "I am Levna Drakehorn of the Order of the Rose as well. How long have you been with the Order?"
That is a good question, Joe.
About 350. Well, how old are you now?
Been with the Order 16 years.
At which point, she salutes you again. "Then you are definitely my superior and have command here, Sir Matthias. I have been a member of the Order but for a few months."
What does that say about all the other people around? Or no, she's the only knight, right?
Yeah,
She's the only knight.
No.
You can tell she is definitely young, appearing to be in her early 20s. Probably relatively close in age to Darrett.
Did she get taller suddenly too?
Not to your knowledge.
I don't know, man. Those stretch marks will be very visible.
Oh, Lord. But I see that your trip here was quite hard.
Yes, the Red Dragon Army controls most of the area to the north, west, and east, it would seem. I don't suppose you've had any run-ins with the Blue Dragon Army yet?
Only from what we've heard about them destroying the entire country of the elves, right?
Yes, that is supposedly what they did.
But other than that, we have dealt mostly with the Red Dragon.
This is Levna Drakehorn, and she points to the very interesting scar on her face. "I have encountered the Blue Dragon Army. They killed the knight that raised me right after I achieved my knighthood. I returned west to report of the Dragon Army. The Knights of Solamnia believe it to be a legitimate threat, and as such have sent a force. But as I'm certain you've heard, we have lost all but myself in regards to our Knight Commanders. And seeing as you are already here in the field, we await your orders, Sir Matthias."
Fucking party! Woo!
What is the current strength of your force?
234 fighting men, although that includes our nearly 40 wounded.
Hopefully Naomi can see to helping with the majority of that.
I thank you again, and I give my regards to Naomi. She looks over, trying to see her working at the medical tent. I'll have to make sure to thank her personally, once I have a moment. But, nonetheless... Oh, she grips underneath her arm again, but then tries to compose herself. "What are your orders, sir?"
My orders for now will be to rest. I will try and see if I can get your forces within the city before the enemy arrives.
She salutes you again, and then goes back to her tent. Naomi, you've determined that there will be at least another 19 that need cure disease. The rest only have physical wounds that could be closed with just heal.
So, Blue Dragon Army fights dirty.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. Just the amount of disease. But then
Oh,
again,
this is from fighting the Red Dragon Army.
oh, this is from, okay.
She
That's-
personally encountered the Blue Dragon Army, and you notice that she has a scar that literally looks like lightning on her face.
Okay. So it's just time. The unfortunate thing of time. But I will wait for Naomi to finish what she is doing.
Well, I won't be able to get all of them, but I can get most of them. And that's if I expend everything.
Do you choose to do that?
Yep.
If you don't have it, you have inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll use that, and I will fix everyone.
And with even with as many as you are able to heal, especially if you keep using more prayers of healing to heal multiple people at once, you've greatly lightened the load for the corpsmen and medics. And they tell you that they should be able to handle treating a much smaller number that remains.
Yay.
Okay, Tyler.
Weapons. Wow.
Anyhow, what is everyone else going to do?
I went with Tyler to introduce me to his friend that can identify this.
Yes. You could go to Wyhen's apothecary, of which she is willing to identify it.
I will pay it. That's pretty good.
So you just got 10 more hit points.
Well, after I too.
Yeah, once you've attuned.
I was gonna say I knew there was another ability to that one.
Yeah, I was scrolling and
I
didn't have that.
Did it? It's
Yeah,
split
with
into
that
two.
breakdown.
Dang it.
So,
So one of them. One of them
Yeah.
shows.
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or go
Oh,
berserk.
God.
Wisdom 15. Carnax.
It's split. There's multiple abilities, and it put one of them as a second message that's public, and then another one is private.
I mean, I assume she would have told us.
Oh no, she doesn't. She's not aware.
Oh.
Oh,
That's why I was trying to send it to you personally, or once you would. I'm assuming you're going to attune to it.
Oh goddamn.
That is nice, but my lord, that is definitely the double-edged blade. Everything.
Well, if she's unaware, that means I won't be aware until I attune to it.
Okay. Hi, buddy.
Anyway, as I was saying, but no one heard anything, I imagine.
We heard you say it until you attune to it.
Oh yeah, until I attune to it, so this is still gonna happen, I guess.
Yeah. It's not the worst ability, but it could be dangerous.
Well, I thank her for her service, and I'll take the axe.
With that, I think we will say that the day ends, and you all get a long rest. We will do a time skip.
I'll be right back.
Matthias, you've spoken to the heads, obviously most likely to the marshal,
Yes.
and she would let you know that she will work to try to get them within, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a decision of the
The council.
council. And as such, she'll use whatever sway she has. But after 3 days, you are all again summoned to the marshal's office.
Well, we will all go.
It is in the marshal's office that she tells you that she has new reports from the scouts to the northwest that the Red Dragon army that has been occupying Vogler basically since the start of this entire conflict are now on the move. She would like you to confirm this if at all possible, and if anything can be done to slow their advance, either report back what you can so that it can be done, or if you are able to take action directly, please do so.
Very well. Then we will prepare and head out.
How are you planning on heading to Vault?
Well, we do have them dragon ales.
That you do.
Were they already outfitted with what Andre wanted them to be done? The-
Yeah, they've swapped out the armor. It is now no longer painted black. It has been polished again to a bright, reflective steel, and they've added some heraldry of Kalaman to them. So They are still red dragon elves, but you now have that nice flashing blue heraldry on them.
Which will definitely give us away. So basically, our best chance would be to get close and then travel on foot.
That probably would be the smart thing.
Anyone else? Ideas?
I just got back. What's going on?
We're doing scouting, confirming that the dragon army has begun their move.
I could commune with another bird.
Don't you have a range limit on that?
Yeah, but I mean, it still helps. I'd be getting close.
I guess we could stay up in the air then with the dragon elves, get close enough, and then you do your little birdie thing. Or get close, land close enough again, do the birdie thing. But that would require us to have a bird.
Is there a pet shop in town?
There's not a pet shop, but there are people in the market that sell animals.
They're called wet shops.
Wet market.
Yeah.
So as long as within 3 miles of where the Dragon Army is, I can just know to an extent. Otherwise, if we do get to speak with animal, and then I forget what it's called. It's the other one. Bearded one? No. That's what I just got. Oh, B-Sense, that's right. B-Sense. B-Sense up to an hour. It does not look like there's any range limit. So, I can go with one of those routes.
So, okay. So, if you can find an animal that you can talk to and is willing to endanger its life, basically, we can fly within however, what, you said 3 miles?
Well, commune with nature, I don't have to use an animal. I can just be nearby where we believe the army to be and get their general area, as well as, not their exact number, but I imagine a general amount, size, strength, or whatever.
I mean, I'd prefer to get eyes on, not just to have a feel.
And then a B-Sense, that... Oh, my bad, back again. B-Sense can be anywhere.
But it has a duration, right? An hour. So yeah, we'd still have to travel closer. Yes, Tyler?
It was Matthias, Karnax, Naomi, and Griffle that I had right in my book, correct? For the Gifts of the Protector.
Yeah. Krot ran away.
Yeah.
Well, didn't run away. He didn't want to do it.
Well, use deception. I just hide.
But I think our plan will be, if we can get an animal that Karnax can utilize, we'll fly within an hour away, or close enough to Bogler to hopefully use his creature to get a sense of things.
You head down to the market.
Yep.
So they've got cats, dogs, cows. They've got goats. Obviously, there's horses. There's also donkeys, pigs, rabbits, raccoons.
No camels?
Nope, no camels.
Damn.
Have a fighting camel.
There's canaries, chickens, ducks. They've got some hawks and owls. Raven.
There you go, Andre. You said the magic word.
What the hawk? I put down 1,500 gold. Give me the hawk! I don't actually. I'm willing to pay a considerable sum.
Just get
Well,
a pair.
the hawk is selling for 20 gold.
I will pay them 40 if they can give me any pointers on how to handle a hawk.
Well, they recommend that you buy a glove and a cage.
And do they sell those here as part of accessories?
Yep.
Then I will buy them.
The falconry gauntlet is 10 gold,
Alright.
and the cage will be another 15.
Okay.
You sounded a little unsure on that.
No, I'm good. I got
Okay.
plenty of gold. I'm just doing math
Or-
in my head.
No, it'd actually be 5. I missed looking at the wrong size category. It would only be 5 gold for a hawk's cage. So the 15 gold one would be big enough to put Griffle or Krot in. Small creature.
I mean, we could use one of those.
I know that.
My brain just went like, yep, cage sizes, large, medium, small. It's like, yeah, small. Oh no, wait, small in D&D is like tender and goblin. He needs tiny, which is 5 gold.
Holy. No. No crap.
Is Matthias getting ideas?
Wouldn't that be imprisoning someone against their will? Sir Matthias of the law.
I mean,
I think Crow
stop!
would go.
You've broken the law.
I think Crow would do before it.
You have no proof, I believe.
I literally have no proof. I can't ever see.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I'll get the cage, the glove, the hawk. Did I have like... That wasn't me this time, right?
No, that wasn't you. That was Tyler.
So 35 gold for all that, and because you're still paying the extra 5, 40 total.
I was paying an extra 20.
Oh, yeah, they give you tips. They're willing to give you some time on how to send them out, how to call them back. They basically, you have proficiency in Hawk now.
Yes! Hawk
Tyler,
proficiency!
You're
He's
welcome.
proficient with you. Now he just needs to pick you up and smack someone with it. Not me.
Stop that, damn it. I'm trying to edit it so I can add it in there.
Well, it would just mean that you have proficiency with animal handling anytime you work with a hawk.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say animal handling. Hawk in parentheses.
That works.
Then we will take off.
Now it should say...
Take off. That was not the one I thought of.
I'm gonna need someone to fly the Dragon L I'm on, so I can concentrate.
I mean, we're gonna land.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. No one touched my Dragon L.
I'm gonna let
Did this old... I forget who I paid to bring meat out to them. I paid someone to bring meat out to them. Like a whole bunch.
Yeah, you did.
Did they do that?
Yes, they did.
Perfect.
They are quite content. They've been being taken care of.
Well then. Off we go. To the great unknown.
I thought I had a good time with this, but apparently not. At least use this. But, you fly off. Have you decided who is riding with whom, since you don't have one for everyone still?
How long of a ride is it again?
A lot shorter this time.
We're just going within the range, Fogler.
Well,
So yeah, 24 miles basically.
well, I will ride in my ring, in my space. Free up a spot. Probably nice and comfy in there.
To be honest, I actually don't know if I would attune to this axe, considering the greatsword. The serrated greatsword is better.
Just not magical.
That's true.
You got one. And go. Yeah.
So you can keep doing what you've been doing.
That's
Just-
probably the plan.
I need to post one. Seven soldiers.
And really, it's, you're only needing to attune to it. No, it's yeah, it is while it's in your possession, so never mind. So yeah, that wouldn't work.
8 miles an hour is the flying speed, if I remember right.
It was something ridiculous.
3 hours to get to Vogler. I mean, compared to like days of travel,
Yeah, the army of Kalaman hasn't even come back yet from the wastes.
not yet. Well, they had to make it all the way to a port, and they can only move 1 hex a day because they're an army. And then once they get to the port, it's still like what 3 hexes a day for ship. But that's D&D rules.
It's like almost 2 weeks.
I intend to make it fast because actual sailing ships move way faster. D&D just doesn't understand speed.
Unless a ship gets caught in a calm, then it's just screwed.
Nonetheless, how close are you getting to Vogler? Where do you plan to sit down?
Let's see. Your beast sense only works for up to an hour, so
How fast can a hawk fly?
I think it's 60.
They've got a fly speed of 60 feet, so they've got the same flight speed as your Dragonels, I believe.
so 8 miles in an hour.
Well, they probably can't stay up in the air as long as Dragonels do.
Yeah. I mean, it could stay up for a while still, though.
So, yeah, no, we can be, like,
With beast sense, does that mean that if there was a druid in the party and they wild shaped into a beast, you could see through their eyes?
I would
Yep.
think so, because it just has to
Yes.
be a beast.
Interesting.
So, apparently, 20 to 40 average is the average per hour during migration of the red-tailed hawk.
I'm using D&D rules, which all movement is slower in D&D other than walking.
Oh, I know.
Other than what?
But but in actuality, he could have been just sitting in
Yeah,
Kalaman.
well, like within like 4 miles of it, I imagine.
So probably still within the hex, basically.
Yeah, it'd have to be within the hex. That way, you'd have plenty of time to sense it.
Or you could be one hex over, because Vogler takes up most of that hex. So you could get to the edge of it, be like, for like my term, be on the edge of one hex.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Each hex is 6 miles across.
close enough that he can use his beast sense properly.
Then where do you want to be? North, east, west, south? Where do you want to be in regards to Vogler?
Well, if they're
Which
moving.
way is the wind blowing?
Well, for sure, we don't want to be south of them.
The wind is blowing from the south to the north. Out as southerly.
So yeah, we'd probably want to be like north.
On the east, northeast.
Yeah,
Or
let's see
probably
what
on-
X is.
Probably on this side.
Maybe on this side. I guess some sort of thing.
So there.
Yeah. I think that would be our best option there.
Should be noted, even 6 miles away, a flight of dragonels is quite visible.
Especially all polished up.
Yes, you now have shining steel armor instead of just blackened armor.
I mean,
But even at miles away, that doesn't mean they can make out the details, like what your heraldry is.
I could disguise us.
Well, all you would have to disguise would be the armor.
Yeah, but
Basically.
that would use a leveled spell.
To you guys.
I leave that up to you, Tyler. Since you're the only one capable of doing it for us. So I don't think Kelly's got that ability because she's a cleric.
Which
Only
ability?
trickery cleric. Disguise self, I'm assuming?
No, seeming.
Oh yeah. But I still believe that's only a trickery cleric.
Yeah. Is there no like trees we could hide behind? You know, on our descent in?
It's mostly a hilly area, not trees. You'd have to go further east, as you can see.
I mean, yeah. Even if they can still see us, you know, they'll know that there's us out there.
Okay, something shiny compared to something not shiny.
Yeah, I will change the appearance of them to be dark. It lasts for 8 hours,
Alright.
and it just
What about the heraldry?
yeah, I'll disguise that as well.
'Cause you've basically got, like, you've literally got, like, tabards hanging from the saddles that are in the blue of Kalaman, with these symbols of the city.
That just seems outrageous to me. We don't need
It's
that.
it's what Karnak's requested.
If you just roll them up.
You could.
Because I mean, it disguises a
So we
physical
don't get
appearance
shot
as
out
well
of
as
the sky
clothing,
when we're
armor,
flying.
weapons, and equipment. So I mean, I could do the entire thing.
You're making this decision mid-flight?
Yeah. No, I can't even do that because I'm in my
Yeah, like
my ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, you guys will just have to land and hope you don't get noticed.
If we did get noticed, we just gotta kill them quickly.
And I'm
means
just
Tyler,
in
get
my
out of
ring
here.
having a nice cup of tea.
Well, as soon as we land, I'm gonna knock on your ring. Tell you to
I
get
can
out.
hear you all.
On the ring.
Oh.
I can hear
I'm
everything that's
gonna
going
take the
on around
ring
me.
and pound it against the tree. No, I'll just
Hey.
tell him to get out of
Careful with that.
Tell him to get out of the ring. We've landed.
All right.
And then I'll look at Karnax and he can do his thing.
The hawk's name is Icaros. First, I'll ritual cast Speak to Animals. And I'll talk to Icaros, tell him like, basically, we just need you to fly around that town over there, and I'll see through your eyes.
Hell, flying is what I'm good at.
Indeed.
I'll be right back.
No,
Oh, there he goes.
No, come back! And then, once you're prepared, I will. Well, I'll also tell him, like, don't endanger yourself. We're just trying to get some information on this. And then I will ritual cast Beast Sense and send him off from the glove with a call.
He heads off. He flies out over the town of Vogler, and through his eyes, you see that the town has basically been entirely rebuilt. The buildings have been patched. They've actually erected some new buildings. In fact, they used the materials from some of the destroyed ones to erect, rather than smaller individual houses. They've constructed large, what appear to be warehouses. As you overlook, it takes you a minute to realize it, because it wasn't something you were thinking about or even expecting. You realize that the destroyed bridge that crosses the Vingard River has been rebuilt.
Oh.
If you recall from when you were first here in Vogler, there was a massive bridge that spanned this huge river, but had been destroyed, and people no longer had the technology or understanding to rebuild it. Thus why they used the boats or ferries to cross the river. While it is no longer to the same level of quality and engineering as whatever civilization originally built it, they have reconstructed the bridge so you can simply march across the river.
Possible candidate for sabotage. Got it.
Possible? That'd be a massive candidate. That would slow them down for a while. Only issue would be on how to do it.
Specifically when you take into account that this is a massive bridge. It's like in width, it's like 40 feet across, let alone the length of the river.
If only we had a bunch of smoke powder.
So what we need is someone who can breathe water and also cast Shape Earth. So I'm going to go down there and Shape Earth around the support beams and just have it collapse on itself.
You continue to do your aerial reconnaissance.
Only so much as needed. Like I said, I don't want to actually endanger Icaros anymore.
Well,
we
there's
are
definitely
looking for targets to slow them down too.
Alright, I'm back.
how close would he get, and how long would you stay in the area? Those are the questions.
What kind of information were we actually looking for to get out when we were coming out here?
Well, for one, to see if they're actually on the move, and two, see if we can slow them down.
Well, does it look like there's squads being organized or drills being done in the town?
So the information you have right now is what you get at a glance, literally just flying in, looking around. So you've been there for literally about a minute. If you choose to keep them there in the air longer, you can gather more information. Also, if you get closer, you can probably make out more detail.
I'll have them get a little closer, just once.
All right, he gets.
Can I even talk to him?
No, but I'm allowing you to assume what kind of instructions you would have given me.
Oh, okay. If he feels safe enough to do it, then yeah, he would.
Yeah, he feels pretty safe.
But yeah, I guess I could go buy a new hawk, but that's not what Karnak is about. He bonds with things. All glass and bones.
You should have a hawk in your journal now, so you can make a perception check with it. One that relies on sight.
Oh, there it is.
I should probably set it so he has.
Oh shit.
That's initiative.
That's not what I meant to do. I was like, oh, let me just click his name so I can rename him real quick, but it just played initiative.
Yeah, you have to edit the sheet to rename it. But you want to make it quick. perception with advantage.
Yeah. The advantage and the perception.
Noish.
So through his eyes, he swoops down, and you get a sight of what they have inside their warehouses. They have converted them into what you might call a factory, where they are building things, weapons of war. As he gets closer, flying around, you can see them opening up the large doors to their factory-type building and pushing out siege engines. But these aren't boiler tracks. These appear to be trebuchet.
Do they look? Are there like any that are already built and placed outside or something?
Yes, there are several.
You're thinking plenty of
Can I-
plans, but they're risky.
Can I estimate how many might actually pose a legitimate threat to Kalaman's walls? I know a single one could do it, but based on our forces alone, what we might be able to take down before it gets to the walls.
They've currently got 9 built.
I'd say that's a threat.
And they are wooden?
They are wooden.
Okay. I don't know, maybe gnomes did something to them.
Wouldn't
But,
you think they'd be better?
Make another perception check. You see over in a field nearby, you don't know what they are, but they are building massive wooden structures.
Player-wise, I'm thinking siege towers, but... Alright. I suppose I'd have Icarus pull out of there if we can't see much more than that.
Alright, make one more perception check on your way out.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, wow. Oof. It just gets worse.
Yeah, no, he's not looking this time. He's looking away as he's heading back.
Getting tired.
Once he returns, I will unbeat descent so I can actually talk and see things and move. It would seem they've rebuilt the bridge across the river.
I mean, technically you could have talked during that entire thing. So you're just blinded
No.
and deafened.
Oh, I guess I could have been. Alright then, no. They know everything.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to tell how loudly he's talking. Guys, they did this!
I have a habit of being able to talk. Would imagine that I know just how my volume of voice works.
Yeah, I'm sure he would know how to normally talk.
Alright.
They've rebuilt the bridge, and while it is not to the same quality as whatever civilization built it first, it is a structural, stable bridge all the way across the Vanguard River. They are building trebuchets and have an entire factory warehouse dedicated to building them. There is another area where they are building something, large wooden structures, and they've otherwise rebuilt the entire town of Bogler.
Alrighty. Let me just find a pencil so I can write down all these.
Sabotaging the bridge. The bridge would be a big but very difficult. It would be a major operation to do that. And there's no guarantee of success in that.
And then everything else is risky.
Well, if they're building those large wooden structures out in the field, like in some fields,
They were.
and those would be. I mean, they'd still be defended, but they'd be the most vulnerable.
Plus, we don't know what they are, though.
Well, if they're building it, we can assume it's not good.
So,
We could even fake an attack on the wooden structures out in the field to give us a better chance of sabotaging the bridge in some form. Depending on if we actually have resources at Kalaman to do that.
so I was thinking about how to disable at least the trebuchets for sure. So, because Tyler's got his ring, and we've got 2 sneakies.
Build a werewolf.
No,
I mean,
no.
if...
Except Krot
We-
did not sign.
Well, and the thing is with that, it only works once.
So it is on one
So,
thing.
So, when any creature whose name is written on the page is reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, the creature magically drops to 1 hit point instead. Once this magic is triggered, no creature can benefit until I finish a long rest.
I'm talking about popping into the ring, Tyler.
Oh, that. I can bring everybody in it.
I don't even know what you were talking about just then.
For the book, that's what I heard everybody but cry.
I thought we signed the paper to get in your ring.
No, the signing the paper is just
Okay.
so to get that effect. I can bring anybody I want in my ring, up to 5 other creatures other than myself.
Okay, okay.
So we could all sneak in while carries us.
Yeah, basically, or have the hawk carry your ring.
Well, that too.
Drop you guys up on the roof. You 3 pop out. You do your fire, or have those 2 like sneak around to sabotage things. But the risk of this is huge for that.
Yeah. Why aren't you being there?
I am in plate. I am not sneaky. I go clunk, clunk, clunk.
Take it off.
I forgot how to take it off.
Oh, I'll take it off for you. I got a crowbar.
It has become
That's
melded
hard
to me.
I'll fire it off.
He has now become a warforged.
But
But
no.
either way, we still have to report to Kalaman and see what kind of resources we can muster for this and such.
But for the most part, it does not look like they are marching yet.
No, but it will probably be pretty soon, considering the amount of siege weapons we've already constructed.
Yes, but like
I mean-
our main thing that we were here was to confirm if they were marching yet.
Yeah. One thing we can do is wait the night out, see if they have
We have to wait
anybody
anyway, because
really out by the fields where they're constructing those other wooden structures. If there's not anybody really out there, we can go out there in the night, sabotage those, then go back, just so we do something other than, bombing the town. It's less likely to end in death, but still risky. But I mean, that's my thought.
About how far away from the wooden structures are we currently?
They're on the opposite side of Vogler from you. You're on the east side of Vogler, they're to the west.
So that means we would have to go all the way around the town just to figure out those things. Does anybody have Shape Earth?
Got a shovel.
Did anyone happen to take extra Druid cantrip spells?
No,
Hey,
it's just
crowbar.
Druid only.
I
believe so.
follow it up.
What is it called? Maybe I was thinking of stone shape. No, I swear there was something you could do with like dirt and mud.
Like stone to mud, but that's a very high level spell.
No. I don't know. I gotta look at things. Mold earth. Oh, but it's only 5 feet cubes at a time. They call it it's excavated and move it along the ground. Deposit up 5 feet away. No, that would work. It would just take a while. It is a cantrip. Specifically a druid cantrip, but I wonder mold earth.
Druid, Sorcerer, Wizard.
Yeah, druid sorcerer wizard.
Either way, none of us have it.
Are there any sorcerers, wizards in town?
Well, nobody checked out what scrolls we had at Kalaman to begin with.
That's an idea, but we need to do something. Are we staying overnight and attempting what Tyler's saying? Are we just camping and then returning to Kalaman? Are we gonna sneak around to go see what those structures are?
Well, yes, let's try to sneak around, figure out what those structures are, because I don't want to leave any real unknowns. Tyler, you don't have like Dimension Door or anything, right?
No, I do not have Dimension Door.
Wait, we're level 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does Kelly have divine intervention now? Or
It would
is
have
that-
to be prepared.
Well, it's not a spell. It's just an ability.
That's
But,
way higher level than actual D&D.
okay. I was like, I remember you get it in Baldur's Gate at 10, but that's my only interaction with it before. So.
Oh, that's like a level 17 cleric ability.
Divine
Well,
intervention.
No, I think I have it.
It's
It's just
level
there's a
10.
low chance of it working. Yeah.
Is it?
It's a
It's
super
level
low
10.
chance of it working.
But you have divine intervention improvement, which is at level 20.
Yep. Then it's a
Whatever.
guaranteed success.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We tried divine intervening and just having a wave destroy that bridge.
It's yeah.
A sinkhole will appear under its structure, foundation. The
Yeah,
guards
bro.
are watching. That's right.
Equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes.
So you have to roll 10 or lower on a D100.
What to do with that?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it is on actual D&D.
I mean,
You have then you have a week.
yeah, considering what happens, that makes sense. But goddamn, what happens if it fails? Just nothing.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, your god has chosen not to answer.
Yeah.
So there's
Please
there's no
destroy this
repercussion.
bridge.
There's
Oh, you
no
can just try to
actual
destroy the whole
repercussion.
town.
Well,
that happens.
technically, she could attempt it after a long rest, as long as the deity hasn't intervened. So if it succeeds,
You have to wait a week.
no, if
7
if
days after
your
you've taken a long rest.
deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days.
Oh.
Otherwise, you can use
So
it
just-
again after you finish
Keep-
long rest.
Keep praying every day.
Basically.
Destroy
So,
Vodka.
yeah, I mean,
please.
we're not really losing anything if she attempts it, right?
No, she can literally attempt it, and then we can go sneaky over there.
It doesn't
Oh.
say that you have to be within like something you can see or anything.
No, it's just you pray to your deity, and you
Yeah,
describe
you
what your aid you're wanting.
literally you pray for something specific to happen, and your god chooses to answer depending on whether or not you roll.
Lower, yeah, equal to or lower than cleric level. So she'd have to get 10.
Naomi, what are your thoughts on this? You're the one that has to do it. Naomi,
Or my cutout again.
I shall go check.
I mean, it's an interesting thing, but I feel like it should be on like a chart, like different difficulties for the intervention.
Oh no, it only has a 10% chance of working.
I know.
I imagine there must be some sort of limit here, like you can't just wish for someone to
No,
die.
no, you there. It's DM's discretion too. I'm sure.
Well, I'd probably go off with what the god would think.
True, but this is Paladin. He's already given us Reforged Dragonlance. Who knows? That might be all he wants to do.
So, the party would like you, Naomi, if you are willing to use your divine intervention to pray to have a bridge destroyed.
Let's give you some context. Basically, the Dragon Army rebuilt this bridge across the river, and they're going to use it to attack Kalaman. They'll be moving a bunch of equipment over it and whatnot.
It'll allow them to easily move their army at a faster pace. And we're hoping for your deity to mudslide, maybe?
Nuke.
Well,
Basically, something would happen to make the bridge destroyed again.
Or town.
Okay, we're not starting the entire town on fire.
you could, have a sinkhole open up suddenly and under the structure, the structural foundation of the bridge.
But will it interfere with anything else, like until the bridge can get repaired again?
What do you mean by that?
Like trade routes and people starving and
Well, the bridge was
that's
was
gonna
destroyed.
happen regardless right now.
Well, the bridge has been destroyed
Okay.
for a very long time. The Red Dragon Army just rebuilt it so they could use it too.
gotcha.
I imagine it can be rebuilt again, but right now its purpose is evil.
Evil.
I understand that, if we manage to defeat the Dragon Army and recapture Broadway, that bridge would probably be nice for the town. But Vogler's a place where we all started, and as you know, most of the citizenry that we didn't evacuate was slaughtered.
We evacuated
Okay.
everyone.
Did we get everyone?
Yeah, we got everyone.
Yeah, you evacuated the entire town.
And then they went
Oh.
up with us to the wilds
Oh.
and got slaughtered there.
Some.
So it says I need to make a roll, but it doesn't say
D100.
what kind of roll. Okay.
Percentile dice. D100. And you need to
You
roll
gotta-
lower than your level.
So we
Right.
have a 10% chance.
10%.
Yep.
Or we could just blow up the bridge ourselves.
With what? We have no firepower for that.
Well, also take into account this ability goes on a cooldown. So if your god does interact or intervene, then it's a 1 week cooldown. If it doesn't, then it's just a long rest and you get it back. You can try again.
Yeah.
However, this isn't necessarily something you would be able to use in combat. Maybe you
Use
can
it in
work-
combat. It's only
Yeah.
an action.
It's only an action.
It's only
Yeah.
an action.
Yeah.
That's why it's
God
that's why it's a percentile.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you were to hit level 20, which is automatic then.
Listen, I'm on real good terms with God. I ask, he provides.
Once
go
a week, though.
golfing every other
Once a week.
Tuesday.
That's it, though.
Ask and ye shall receive.
We're both part of the country club in the sky. But if you don't want to use it, you don't have to.
I mean, how big is the bridge?
40 feet across. Wide.
Well, that's wide. It's long.
Brian,
I mean, look at how.
your fan.
I don't care. It's Italian code. Deal with it.
Okay. Just mute yourself.
Don't know,
Did
too.
you make it louder?
He sounds like he stuck a card in it.
No, I turned it down low. If you turn the air conditioner, I think it's a car.
There.
No, the
Okay.
bridge is a couple miles. If you look at the width of that river,
Yeah. So
Here
yeah.
goes nothing.
Oh,
Damn.
but
God
that's
does
fine.
not.
Today.
So close.
Thank you for calling God. You've reached my voicemail. Please leave a message at the beep, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Now
Thank
watch.
you. Have a nice day.
It's gonna happen when the army actually is moving when we don't know about it. That would suck for them. That would really suck for them. Alright, so yeah, I guess we'll go sneak then. Try and figure out what those large wooden structures are.
Right.
So are we having Krot sneak by himself while we're all in the ring?
That would
As
probably
to
be...
minimize.
Well, I'm for sure gonna have to be in that ring.
I just all I can see is you walk up to me, take me into your ring. Like,
We need an adult?
I was gonna say, I'm scared. I could forcefully eject anybody in my ring too.
Forceful
I could just
ejection.
yeet you out.
So, yeah, how are you guys doing this? Is it just Krot? Is it Krot and Griffle sneaking? Everyone else in the ring? Or
I think our best chance would be have
One person out. Really.
Krot and Griffle out. Krot being out. So Griffle doesn't just randomly run off. Sorry. I know you. You'll find something that you'll...
So good.
Then again, I can't really trust Krot for not running off and doing some random thing either.
Hey, I think I'm worried. I'm probably gonna steal it.
What was that?
He's gonna steal something, he said. If he can.
This one, Dylan,
So yeah, we'll...
are there goblins? Did Carter see goblins in this town?
he did not look at what kinds of creatures are in the town.
So I should just go walk in there.
Yeah, because we learned last time, Kenders are not exactly part of their army, it seems. So Krot, we'll have you take the ring with everybody inside. Sneak your way over to the large wooden structures and not get caught.
I don't know.
And how you get over there is going to be up to you.
So, let me get this. Everyone's going in the ring but Krot, and then Krot's going to figure out a way to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Not weird. Don't make it weird.
Are you bringing the Dragonels in the ring?
he can't get that many in.
Yeah, no, he's limited.
5
And-
other medium creatures.
You still have your ritual cast, so you can literally tell them to stay there. And keep hitting.
I would have ritual cast animals. Yeah, speak to animals again.
Again?
Well, yeah, because it's a concentration.
Drop
No,
it.
right. Can't have 2 cons.
Joe hasn't
Yeah.
made a double
Yeah,
concentration. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll recast, speak to animals, and then tell them to stay hidden.
They can do that.
Well, yeah.
So everybody goes in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Krot, it's up to you.
I should specify stay hidden until we return.
So where's
I'm
the
in a
ring?
ring.
So I don't try and play hide and seek with
And
them.
if you look in the imagery from what I sent last time, that's what the ring looks like.
It's all on you, Krot. How do you go about this?
Throw the ring in the river and run away.
See.
No, he wouldn't do that because I still have his money.
Yeah.
There's the motivation.
We
Got a little desk, some tables, some chairs, candles, tea.
So you like use my super sneak, get advantage on stealth checks. I would move half the speed.
What's the plan, Krot?
I'm thinking. I have this super sneak, but I can only move half my speed to get advantage on my stealth checks.
Well, even when you're sneaking, you can only move half anyway.
unless you're me.
Shut up. There is a ring. I just have a lot of things. Am I allowed to? I don't get to use my sessions very often. Yeah, I'll sneak in.
Alright, you're going to sneak. Make your stealth check. Considering you have a plus 13,
I know. This fucking website hates me.
nonetheless,
It hates me, Joe.
it takes you a fair while because you are literally sneaking for miles. And you're moving at half to remain sneaky. You encounter patrols along the way, but you stay hidden, out of sight, out of mind. You keep your distance going around the edge of the town, making your way to the west.
How long is it gonna take?
Well, considering normal movement speed is 3 miles an hour, so he's probably only moving 2. So you're going to be in there for a couple hours.
Because I only got 5 hours left on my ring.
Well, he'd be able to get not to the fields. He'd be able to get on the north side of Vogler before you run out of town. He's not in the town, but he gets to there. When all of a sudden everybody pops out of the ring around him.
Oh yeah, and everybody got a short rest too for being in the ring.
Cool.
I don't know if that helps anybody.
So before Krot even gets to his destination, everybody just like pops out.
Crap.
We're here!
No, I'm not.
How do you know?
You look around and you see that you're in the hills just north of Vogler.
Man, they really redecorated the place.
If you wanted to, you could go and overlook Vogler.
Let's keep going.
Well,
Yes.
and of course, stealth checks from everyone.
This don't lose 20, so do I get my advantage then?
Oh, oh my gosh.
No! Yeah, to remember.
That's a survival.
Griff was like, I
got
know
this,
where we are!
guys.
Wogler's over
Fine.
there!
Let's go. It's this way, everybody. Come on. Hurry up.
Oh. Oh. God damn.
We
Guys, let's be
Are not sneaky. This is why
I'm always stealthy.
until it matters.
Why did we not talk about all the time limits to Kyla's ring before we did this?
I'm
Yeah,
just imagining you're all sitting in the ring, and all of a sudden Jamal goes,
Oh crap!
how long have we been in here?
Yeah, that was basically it
That-
too, because
yeah.
I was just like,
Made it much more cinematic.
yeah.
At least
I
we're
was
not in
just sitting here
town.
like, oh no.
We were in
We're
town.
not-
So, as a result,
You're all quite loud. Luckily, there are no nearby patrols to hear all of you clanking and clunking and stomping through the woods.
I ain't loud.
Okay, Krot's not loud.
Krot's the only one not loud.
Now that he's not carrying the team, literally, he can go off and do his own thing.
Tyler, Druval, and Griffle are having a conversation, obviously.
Oh man, this ring is really slowing me down.
Krot carrying the team.
Uh,
I'm retelling all my dragon stories as loudly as possible and excited.
I'm listening as loudly as possible.
Sound effects and everything.
I'm just clanking.
I'm gasping. Sorry. I'm putting a lot of emotion into my listening.
Even though you've heard it
It's
for
called
a very good
active
time.
listening, and it's considered very respectful.
You make it over there. You're not very sneaky.
We did it?
Somehow.
You see all of them building things, and whoever wants to may make an intelligence check.
Ever?
You're all seeing the buildings now.
Yeah.
Amazing! I didn't do better than Tyler this time. That is amazingly right for Karnax there.
So, Matthias, Druval, and Krot, you recognize them. They are building siege towers.
I was right.
Siege towers.
I doubt they're nicely clumped together.
Oh no, absolutely not. They've got plenty of space to build each one.
I'm
Yeah,
going to commune with nature and summon a horde of termites.
But you can. Can you?
I know I can't.
I was- God, a druid right now would be awesome.
I know.
But obviously, they see this group of people approaching, and eventually, one of them steps off, comes forward, and approaches you. He looks at you all. What exactly are you doing over here? You don't appear to be workers. You're not in uniform. You mercenaries?
Yes.
Yeah. This is our boss. I think he might have killed Karnax.
I told you to be something stupid.
Kind of nudge Matthias.
For some reason, just imagine him clutching his chest and now falling over. Are you good, dude?
You have COVID again or something? What the heck?
Are you good?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, man.
At which point, as Druval
chill.
gestures, I'm assuming Druval, who did you gesture toward?
Yeah, who did you
Matthias.
gesture to? Oh, God.
I assumed. He looks you up and down and goes, wait a minute. That's Solemnic Plate. What's the Knight of Solemnia doing out here?
I brought him.
You have a Kender with you? As he looks even more
Why not look
confused.
like a Kender?
We have a very
No,
diverse group.
he's just a burnt goblin.
What?
A burnt goblin?
I'm not a goblin.
That's what you think.
Goblins are ugly.
Right,
As you say next to Krot.
See, look!
You gotta make a perception check to even see Krot.
To answer your question, Kelly, I don't know what I have. I woke up and I was dead.
You don't see Krot anywhere.
Gosh, there was a goblin around here somewhere.
It was probably your imagination.
Sometimes he sees his own reflection and he gets confused. But he's a goblin, we swear.
Are we actually trying to sell him on that? Anyone roll
Up to you guys.
Yeah,
Well, Griffle keeps outright denying it.
He's a burnt goblin.
So right now, the thing, he's confused as to why there's a Knight of Solamnia and a Kender here, considering neither of those things should be allied to the Dragon Army. What is your response?
What you say, you went like really quiet there.
What is the response?
What is your
Trying to
response?
think of a good one without lying, because it's against knight stuff.
Sound like you have an oath.
Yeah, but lying's not good for knights.
Don't worry, he's not actually a knight. I mean,
They're born
you
again.
think they would actually let somebody like him in there?
He stole the armor from one he slew already. He wears it with pride.
Either Druval or Naomi can make a deception with advantage, treating it as being a help action.
I stuffed him in there because I thought it'd
I
be
got
funny.
this.
Whichever one of you wants to make.
What do you... Mine's +2.
Mine's a +5.
Go for it.
And he rolls
Deception with
two.
advantage.
Nat 20.
Hey!
That makes sense. But what about the Kender?
Yep. He nods at that. It is good armor. Because if you can loot it, take it. What about that Kender?
The Kender is...
Entertaining.
Well,
He's my
Yeah.
child.
You may... I was gonna say, Matthias, you may make a persuasion with advantage.
Well, he's not lying. He is amusing.
yeah, he is pretty entertaining.
I suppose if that's your thing, and that's why you keep them around, I'd personally say annoying. But, to each their own. Nonetheless, was there a reason your troop came over here?
We were curious as to how the construction was going.
Excellent. We're moving at a great pace. We are averaging 2 a day. We've already gotten 6 across the bridge. We should have another 2 done before nightfall.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Yeah, they're already bringing stuff across the bridge.
So they are already on the move.
That was what the scouts reported. Was that they started to see them leaving
And we
Logwood.
all roll perception to see how many guards are actually around here, or sentries.
You may roll perception.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Well, at the very least, Karnax and Druval, you spot that there are only 4 guards. Everyone else are workers, and you appear to be talking to the foreman.
How many workers are there?
That is a performance. What exactly are you attempting to perform?
She's
Form a
auditioning.
perception. Holy.
I am just going to say now, it would be heavily against me to assist in a slaughter of the workers. Even if they are
slaughter
enemies.
the workers, we slaughter the sentries, and the workers will surrender.
There are 30 laborers here building these.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Good luck trying to round them up without having to kill them.
Amongst them are various Dragon Army engineers, the Engineer Corps. So they're not... It's not that they're civilians, but they're non-combatants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think Karnax would like that.
And I'm not really down to be killing.
I'm not gonna kill something that's not gonna fight back. But Kron is currently super stealth. He can kill the sentries.
I was gonna say he's already out there, probably like sniping all these guys.
If he really wanted to, he could be sneaking his way around and just silent but deadly, taking them out one at a time.
That's true. Prot, what are you doing right now? Prot? Okay, he's muted himself.
Goblin.
He's sneaking away.
A filthy goblin.
Oh, did his mic have an issue now? Oh, there's the noise.
What?
I heard a whisper.
Sounds like a haunted hotel. Like
Spanish. Not Ricky
American
Spanish.
Idiot.
Brian?
Oh?
There he is.
Oh,
Oh. That was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking around looking for stuff to steal.
Oh. Well,
Well, you can find several people's tools, their lunch boxes with their lunches in them.
Or steal the bunches.
we could steal the lives of the sentries.
I could. Or you just cripple them.
Well,
stealing's better.
Yes.
you sneak in real close to one of the work areas, and while they're all busy building up their siege tower, you find their nice little lunch boxes and steal a handful of sandwiches, some cheese.
Oh, hey.
Oh, not cheese again.
Put them in my backpack.
Oh god, he's still got the mouse too, doesn't he?
I was gonna say, what happened to his rat?
There's some dried fish in there.
Ew. I throw out a worker.
You throw that over. Make a sleight of hand. Or I guess a ranged attack. Just any ranged attack. And then make another stealth check. Or no, even if you make it
Yeah, he doesn't have to. It's
Yeah, I don't got to.
just make a ranged attack. Yep, you hit him with
And
a
now
fish.
the sneak attack damage.
No, it is just a fish.
Kill him with a fried fish.
It is just a fish. He's not gonna die from a fish hitting.
I don't know.
It could've been a swordfish.
He could have got it could have been a swordfish, or he could have got it right in that mouth.
No.
Why would
have
they
you seen
bring
how
it
big
in?
tunas are?
Why would they bring an entire swordfish out here?
Could have been a deadly pufferfish.
Are those things, those things are like 350 to 400 pounds.
Yeah, I don't even think they're actually edible either.
They are.
Swordfish is edible,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
but no, he just had some nice little river fish that fit within his lunchbox. So he turns around. Yeah, he looks around confused, and he looks the direction that crawled through it from, and he sees one of the other workers. He sees the fish, and a fist fight starts.
Does all the
Do
other
we-
workers gather up and go, fight, 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 fight?
Several of them start cheering. Others are confused, not sure what's going on. The foreman that's talking to you sees what's the commotion, breaks off and goes to break them up. Starts shouting them down, pushing them off each other.
I thought it was
What's the plan, Matthias?
Well,
There's no one else near us, right?
Wait. So they're non-combatants. Does that mean they're like level 1, 3 low HP civilians?
You would guess these are probably commoners.
Does anyone have sleep? Long shot, I know, but...
I'd rather not have sneak
I have
attack.
eternal sleep.
I'd rather not have that cat. I'm
Tyler,
really low.
everybody has that.
It's called Fireball.
You said you're not willing to blow them up with that.
I know.
There's so many cool things we could do if we just had a more optimized party.
Utility-focused party.
Maybe take sleep.
Nonetheless, another sandwich goes flying, and more fists start flying, and the foreman has to take even longer to settle everyone down.
While this is happening, I'm going to look over to Javal, and I'm going to ask him, do you think this is Crotch doing?
Most likely.
At least it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's a distraction. We could try to do something.
I thought that was the Kender's job.
Actually, where is the Kender? Is he still with us?
Just
Looking around.
hanging around.
Okay, so he's
Getting
not...
bored.
Swinging back and forth.
Oh god, he's getting bored.
Uh-oh. Go get bored on that playground over there, playing at one of the siege engine siege towers.
You said there were ballistas, didn't you?
Not here. This area is just for siege siege towers.
Yeah. Like, if they were closer together, Tyler fireballing them would work pretty well.
Fireball could only hit one without space there. Because they need lots of room for all the lumber.
I know. I
Around
said if they were more spaced closer together.
Yeah, I could at least take out 2. If I
No,
hit
like,
one
like
with
had
fireball, and then,
oil.
you know,
You can
And
pour
do it
on
again.
Put oil on each of them. Then
I
put
need
a
to
little
find
line.
an oil barrel laying on the ground and just put it in my inventory.
Well,
I
don't
mean,
have an oil.
I have
I have an oil flask.
5 alchemist fire.
Those are Molotovs, Tyler.
Yeah, no.
Those would work. But the biggest issue here is the workers, the 30 workers.
What's the plan, Stan?
I mean, like I said, Croc killed the guards, and then we corral the workers.
Somehow have the foreman call everybody together for some reason, I don't know. And then
Well, how many of the workers are gathered up now from all the stuff going on?
How many what now?
How many of the workers are gathered up right now with all the stuff going on?
About half of them. The others are trying to actually keep working, make sure they maintain their quotas. And by the looks of things, the foreman will have all of them back to work again pretty soon.
so we're gonna have to act here soon.
How far are we from town?
About a mile. Not even.
Is there anything for them to use, like an alarm, like a drum, horn?
Not that you see.
Like I said, signal Croc, tell them to kill guards, and we just work the corral.
You guys work on corralling them, I'll work on destroying them.
Oh, you killed the guards.
I mean, technically, we could have Griffel go attempt to hide, since it's still busy. He'd be able to go sneak away, and then also assist in attempting to kill the guards.
Would you do that, Griffel?
I will. I can do that.
Okay, so we'll let them.
I would love to go somewhere else.
In the meantime, I suggest that Karnax and myself make our way over to the closest guard, or at least within range of getting close enough in case they can't take him out.
I guarantee I'm faster than any of these civilians. I can do non-lethal damage. That is a thing.
Just imagine you spinning around.
Alright. Well, we'll start off. First, we'll let Griffel get hidden. Attempt to sneak off.
Much better.
Hey,
And since Krot is already hidden, you gonna try and take out the first guard?
Yes.
How are you gonna take him out?
Huh?
How are you gonna take him out?
With a bow and arrow.
Right.
Well, I think I gotta switch up my. How do I get rid of the little bar thing on here?
What bar thing?
So, like the little shortcuts? I need to switch it over with my other bow.
Oh, I'd have to make a... on your token?
No, the shortcut for like the bow, your abilities. Oops. How do I remove my trip miller? I want.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Hit the lock, and then you can hit a trash can next to your short bow.
You're just trying to get rid of your normal shirt, right?
Yeah. Not on my page, but on the shortcut for the. Instead of going through the page.
Like that?
No. I wanted the shortcut down where I have the stuff instead of going to the page.
Your mic is off, Joe.
Those ones.
There you go.
I don't remember where those ones are.
Wait, you can make shortcuts? Like on the main
Yeah.
page?
You can take your self check, you can point down and you just say, instead of opening your page, you just click on it.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of ones that you already have.
Oh, don't?
I've never had to do it.
Just open up my character sheet and go from there.
Oh well. I'm just gonna make it my short bow. I just better by clicking the damn bow.
Well, you still managed it. With a +10.
Yeah.
Still managed to. Oh no, you did not. You did not hit with the +1.
Oh,
The question is, does he notice that?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. He will fight me anyways.
He heard something land behind him, but he didn't see you as an arrow, so he starts walking that direction. Griffle.
I will sneak up wherever I can to try and see guards. Be able to shoot at
Oh
them.
yeah, I got a short sword too.
However long I can take.
It doesn't take you long. You weren't too far away from one when you snuck off.
No, I will try to attack one. Pretty sure I missed too.
Yeah, was that melee or that was ranged? Wasn't
That'll be
it?
ranged, yeah.
A rock flies by that guard.
Yep. Terrible. Well, since I'm hidden, should we get advantage?
Does being hidden grant advantage? Does being hidden just? Yeah, no, that does grant advantage, doesn't it?
Yep.
I don't. You use your steady aim. No.
I could have.
I think. What is this? A short bow. Okay, good.
I'm afraid with your sharpshooter, you're still not hit. You guys have such high pluses, and then you're just like,
You gain advantage on the first attack you make.
This roll 20 don't like me.
You know how I roll, Joe.
I hate it.
Yeah,
If I have real
but
dice, you know I roll better than this, Joe.
yeah,
you do gain advantage.
but that guard, like he similar to the one with Krot, is hearing them land and looking in the directions that things are landing and not even seeing what's landing around him. They're getting real bad perception checks. What is everybody else doing as now the guards are kind of looking around confused? At least two of them are.
Well, we're going on an attack, aren't we?
We're waiting for the guards to be eliminated, Tyler.
Oh.
So I guess just kind of act like we're admiring the workmanship.
I was gonna say watching the fight, but
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm watching the fight.
yeah, that's more entertaining actually.
There we go. Oh. I got what I needed up there. It just replaces them.
Alright, well then back to Krot. He doesn't know you're there. You wander around looking.
Steady aim.
Alright.
Give me advantage.
no, stealth does give you advantage.
I say you already have advantage. Doesn't matter. Either way.
God, are you fucking kidding me?
I say either way. He's just a little guard.
Boom.
Get him right in the eye and he just falls down. Well, there's only 3 left.
Get him, Griffle.
I like my armor plus 15. I got a 1, and at the end I got a 1. That is
1, 3, 5, 5, 1. 1, 5, 4.
Boom.
I mean, with how many dice you're rolling, you're gonna get 1.
I know, but
Griffle. One of the guards has been taken out.
Oh, burn up. Come on, 7s.
Got advantage. That hit.
Yay.
And with a stone hitting him right in the temple, another guard goes down.
oh yeah, he has a special weapon.
Yep.
He has the Hoopak.
I was like, what the hell is that? I got this special weapon.
The Kender, the spear slingshot combat. Well, the rest of you have now seen 2 of the guards go down. None of the workers have noticed. They're all working on their work, or the foreman has basically got the fight settled down and trying to get them all back to go back to their siege tower. Anybody else going to do anything? Or continue to leave it to Krot and Griffin?
I'll leave it another round.
Yeah, well,
I'll inch my way closer to some guards,
yeah.
just in case one of them notices if they miss again.
I'll go towards a different area, I guess.
Alright, Krot?
So I get advantage by being sneaking then?
Yeah, they don't know you're there, so you have
Okay.
advantage.
Shoot again.
Another guard goes down.
This is the power of Grat.
And the other guard is just completely oblivious, daydreaming, staring off at some clouds.
Did almost the exact same damage too.
Man, their guard duty has really been boring them, apparently.
You gotta just stand around watching workers work all day.
That's funny. I got a 6, a 1, a 6, a 1, and a 6.
It didn't turn blue this time. That is
I did.
Griffle. There's one guard left.
Let's go.
Oh, goddamn.
Is that enough?
16.
Man,
25
no.
sharpshoot. What?
Because of the
And
Oh, sneak attack.
and
For sneak,
dodge.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Well, you cave in his forehead. All 4 guards have been eliminated.
And none of the
Now-
workers have noticed this yet?
If they have it, then yeah, I have a plan.
No, nobody has noticed at all. I have rolled 3 nat 1s in a row.
Who has the highest intimidation?
Shouldn't it be you since don't you have like thaumaturgy?
That's only if I was a Drake
Oh,
wound.
right.
Open that wound up again.
I've got a
I have a 4.
+8 to it since I'm proficient in intimidation.
I have +6. If your +8's the highest, then move forward with that. Essentially, you're gonna go talk to the foreman. You're gonna tell him like, all right, this is what's happening. Need you to be discreet. Just call your workers together. No one has to die on your watch. You can save lives here. We're just going to keep you all gathered up here, and then we're gonna dismantle those deep towers.
And their supplies. They are making 2 a day.
Yeah, so the supplies is out here. We can burn that too.
Okay. I guess I'll
Do you?
walk up.
And we're confirming you have the highest intimidation. Anyone else?
Because
It's your
I've got
intimidation.
my intimidation is 4. That's my intimidation 4 already.
I thought you said this was 8.
Yeah, it is. Is it just because of my? Okay, it's 4. I thought it was
Plus 4
okay.
to your
No, it's 4.
intimidation.
I'm
Okay,
being stupid.
I have 6. What do you have, Tyler?
9.
All right, Tyler so far is the one going up there.
Tell him to burn him send him to the burning hells. If he does not
I mean-
comply.
I'll go with as added muscle, just to hopefully give him advantage on the intimidation check. So basically, what you're doing, Tyler, is you're gonna go to the foreman. You're gonna explain the situation to him. The guards are dead. We're gonna sabotage the supplies. We need you to be discreet. Call your team over. Everyone. You don't have to lose any more lives here today. You keep your team safe. You just comply.
Yes. I guess I'm gonna be going over to the foreman.
Hell, you can make me sound like a psychopath.
And I'll go with Tyler to add
Like,
muscles
hey.
to it.
Can I talk to you for a second here? As I'm walking up to the foreman.
Yes. What is it you need? You still haven't answered why you're here.
Get
Well.
up real close to him.
I'm gonna get up I'm gonna get up there and put my arm around his shoulder. Now I'm gonna have you be discreet about this. If you scream, you will die. All your guards are dead. And you can get all your workers in one place for us. And nobody else will die tonight. Like I said, if you scream, you're dead.
And all the lives of your workers are forfeit.
Intimidation
Nobody
check.
And I'll be there flexing muscles.
Just strike
Mean
him.
mugging him.
Just
Strike
regular, or do I
poses.
It's a regular intimidation check.
Oh. Can I roll my intimidation to give him advantage on intimidation?
He was so intimidated by doing this that he left.
Alright, I'm back.
Are you sure you're ready for this? Was that too intimidating for you?
It's like blacked out.
No, wait, you have inspiration, so you can re-roll this. Or does it
Alright.
only give you advantage?
Inspiration must be declared first. It gives you advantage.
I was gonna say, am I not getting advantage from Andre helping out?
No.
Okay. I will use my inspiration. Come on.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
He looks over at you wide-eyed. You can see he's starting to get a cold sweat. And he just nods without saying anything.
Remember, no funny business.
He walks over and calls to all the workers, tells them that they're all taking an early lunch. Gathers them up and has them all walk away back towards the town.
Alright. Towards siege engines. Let's get out of here. And the other resources.
What kind of resources do they got? I mean, other than just like building resources here, or is that
Oh.
it?
I mean, they got tons of lumber. They've got hammers, nails, building supplies.
I mean, the main thing that would set them back a lot would be the lumber, because that takes a
Yeah.
long time, unless they have automated machines, which they probably don't, unless the gnomes have built it. Because gnomes.
I guess I could dump like 2 vials of the alchemist fire over the lumber, then
Tyler,
I don't-
you just
That's
throw-
not how alchemist fire works.
You just throw it,
It
Tyler.
needs the physical compound.
oh yeah.
By smashing it.
The kinetic energy of the breaking of the
Well-
glass ignites it.
I mean,
We'll
you
keep-
literally could just do burning hands on the lumber.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had that.
No, I don't have burning hands.
Amazing.
Firebolt?
Shut up.
Do you have firebolt?
I have firebolt.
Well, firebolt, I don't think that would really set it on fire as nicely as it would if, like, say, someone had oil for us. Right?
Looks around, sees an empty
What
field.
do you think? I have oil.
I don't know. You were
Did
talking
you
about
say
oil
that?
earlier.
You said you had
Because
oil.
I have an oil flask, doesn't mean I have oil.
What?
I guess it could be.
Well,
an
we should
empty
have
oil.
like Griffle keeping watch while we are sabotaging everything.
Okay, like I said, how are you sabotaging?
Well,
Well-
we can have Karnax go to the siege tower with his axe and just start hacking away at the lower level of it.
You realize how long that would take, Tyler.
I
What
know.
if they have oil here because they're working with machinery, tools and such like that for maintenance?
Nothing that requires oil.
That's weird.
So none of us have oil.
So the best thing I could do is at least take out like 2 of the things with fireball, possibly, and then we just run.
I just have an oil flask. I think it's for my lantern. My hooded lantern I have.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
got
can
it.
gather any.
Oil for a
Hooded-
lantern. It's not a lot.
Hooded lantern that you have not used, right?
I don't need it. I have nothing to do.
That's true.
Oh, or if there's
so
any cloth,
take your
start
hooded
putting that
lantern,
there.
start pouring it over the lumber,
Why don't you take your own hooded lantern and pour over the lumber?
because I don't got one.
Why not? What kind of knight are you in that pair for shit?
Can you just do it? I'll give you 2 gold.
Oh, I do it, Joe. Take my lantern.
Dude. I was gonna say I can try and gather up some kindling and survival.
If there's any cloth or anything around, put
Yeah,
that. there,
anything else
too.
that's flammable on there, we throw it on the lumber. Douse with what we can with oil that he's got. Tyler can firebolt that, set that ablaze.
You
Then we can-
have like flint and steel.
I got
We'll set it on fire. And then we'll take the rest of the alchemist fire and throw them at the
I do have
base
kindling.
of the towers.
Do we
I do
want
got-
me to fireball?
Oh, I got the matchbox sticks.
How many alchemist fire did you have, Tyler?
5.
How many towers are there?
Did you say 6?
He
So-
said there was 6 across the way.
Yeah.
How many do they have built here, Joe?
They've currently got 4 being built right now.
So we can
How many?
use up 4 alchemist fire, burn their lumber, and then we're gone.
How many people does it take to push these towers?
They could do it with minimum of 4, but they'd preferably have, I believe, 6.
They're usually not as strong as us. They've been pretty noticeable though, they're being moved around.
Yes, that's why.
We just Start lighting them up and run.
So,
Yep.
4 of us will take Alchemist Fire, throw it at the base of the towers.
Well, they have an
Wow.
entrance, so we can just throw it inside them.
Yeah.
You're saying the base, but that could mean anything, like outside of the tower.
Inside.
Regardless, we're burning them. We're going.
Alright, let's do it.
All right. So, what exactly? Oil? Fireballs?
So we're oiling up the lumber and
Yep.
throwing on anything else that's flammable.
Yep.
And Krod is going to light that. We're
Right.
taking the Alchemist Fires, and 4 of us are going to throw them all simultaneously into the base of the Trebuchet entrance.
Trebuchet.
Siege
They're
tower.
not
Going into town?
Siege
Siege tower.
Siege Tower. And if we
Alright.
need to, we can take that last one and throw it at the lumber.
Well, the lumber has been started on fire with the oil, and you start on fire the 4 siege towers that are under construction.
And then we leave.
Then we
Alright. You just head back to your dragon elves.
pretty much.
Yes.
Do we need more stealth rolls? Or can you use your ring again, Tyler?
I can't use my ring
Until we've rested.
until dawn.
And now we need our amazing
Like the
stealth
next
rolls.
day.
Yep. Stealth checks to head back.
I'm gonna take my time. I'll come back.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, we're so horrible.
Griffle.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Still horrible.
Wearing armor.
What armor is she wearing?
She's in medium.
Yeah, but medium still gives you.
Well, depending on which medium it is.
I don't know what medium. I just know she's wearing medium.
Either way, you're making plenty of noise, marching through the hills, but there are still no patrols on your way back.
We're probably also distracted by the fires going on.
So you can definitely see smoke rising in the distance from where you started this fire.
Yeah. The new government dance.
Still would like to take out those see the others, but can't do that since ring doesn't work now.
Well, you get back to your dragon elves and head back to Kalaman.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't really do anything else.
You did something. And
Mhm.
definitely report in.
Plus, we can still pray later.
I pray for the entire Red Dragon army to get diarrhea. Actually- Dysentery.
we haven't had a long rest.
I know, I was praying for diarrhea.
But it still didn't have a long rest, so it wouldn't have
Oh,
mattered.
those poor
the
dragon
place,
elves
like-
just get.
That. You know how embarrassing that would be? To have your entire army come down with that?
If only your deity was like a trickster
It was
god.
the funniest thing ever.
They might
Give
even
them
give
as
me
they're
a
pooping.
crit.
Kill them as they're pooping.
Mid siege, just all of them feel their they're working. Oh.
The great tragedy of pooping part.
The great diarrhea of wars.
Well, it's rather late in the afternoon, but you make it back to Kalaman. Fly in. I'm assuming you drop your seaming and once again fly the colors of Kalaman on your dragon elves.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They recognize you and let you land at the rooftop of the castle. They stable your dragon elves, and the marshal awaits your report.
Well, then we'll head to the marshal.
She is in the meeting room this time. She's in there with a couple of the other council members. She says that you can make your report now. She'll take it and deal with whatever you have to report as she sees fit.
Well, so far the town of Vogler has been rebuilt by the dragon army. They have turned a couple structures into warehouses or factories, and have been building trebuchets. The bridge has also been repaired from Bogler there. And as far as we know, they have made 6 siege towers across the bridge, and we destroyed 4 of theirs.
You destroyed 4 of the 6?
No, we've destroyed 4 of their 10. They were currently crafting 4 when we arrived.
I see.
But
One of the
made 6 and have gotten them across.
one of the council members points to the marshal. You hear that? They are building factories while we are emptying ours. We are not going to win this war if we continue this way. No comment from anyone.
I'm not really. I'm sorry. My entire head is clogged. I can barely hear anything anyway. So basically, what their counterpoint to what's going on is we should stop ceasing production in our factories.
They have ceased.
Yeah, we should stop ceasing production. So we should start up the factories again and produce our own weapons of war or something.
I mean, you don't have details. You just heard him say that they are making factories while we are emptying ours.
Why?
I have a feeling it's to deal with the refugees outside.
For space?
The marshal confirms that his buildings were deemed non-essential to the war effort, and as such, they have been converted to more space to house refugees. The other council member, then a female, points out, this is further proof that this war is being unjustly used to generate wartime profits. Those that are already building weapons are making massively unjust amounts of gold, selling weapons to the city, guaranteed contracts, while you are forcing the rest of us to shut down.
They're arguing about gold at this time?
Every day that my guild does not work, I am losing an extreme amount of investment. And my employees are not making money. They will be starving soon. Which the marshal comments, we will send out rations to any who are in need. The other council member then chiming in again, that still doesn't make up for our loss of profit and the unjust amount being given to the smith guilds and armorer guilds.
What are the guilds that these two are of?
One of them is a pottery guild, and the other is a carpentry guild.
One was the potters and the other was what?
Carpentry.
The issue... So... I understand the smiths and the armorers, but why are we not utilizing the carpenters guild?
The marshal turns, they are still getting work, but they have been deemed not as necessary as anything to do with the smithing. We have converted as many of the factory buildings as possible to continue weapon and armor production.
But wouldn't it be more advantageous to use the carpenters to build additional defenses around the city?
That would be the stonemasons guild.
Yeah, Tyler was about to say that. That wouldn't be... The carpenters would be more useful for doing internal reinforcement here and there. And building, like, ballistas. Or at least the arms and stuff, the ballistas. Trebuchets.
They could build boats to increase the fishing supply. More food.
That would be the shipwright guild.
Yeah.
They still work with wood. They could move on over to there. Offer their services for the time being.
Yeah.
You can only have so many people working in a building.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, is they've shut down certain guilds and basically doubled the number of factories for certain other guilds. Primarily those involving weapons production and armor production.
I totally understand shutting down potters, but
You're useless skill to begin with.
Okay, guys.
Okay, Tyler, can't go that far. But their use in a war is limited. But they are good with their hands, so their workers could be sent to another place to learn.
Otherwise, I mean, if we're gonna start rationing soon, couldn't you clear the city market and make it an open space so they can make small fishing craft? Simple fishing craft? Then you put the refugees to work as fishers, and that would lighten the burden.
Most of the refugees in the city are farmers from the outlying farms. They would need to be taught how to fish.
How is okay? Because most of Wagner though.
Well, most of
lived on the
Wagner
river.
made, yeah, they
They
lived on the
had
river.
a fishing competition. God damn it.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
all of them.
this-
The majority of refugees at this point, which it has expanded massively.
I know, but we could still turn the residents of Wagner into fishers. What I'm saying makes sense. You
The
make open
residents of
spaces
Wagner
into
has
fishers.
already become a militia.
Not all of them.
Not
And yeah,
all.
more of them could. But the other
Yes.
thing is, that's not even for the that. If you bring that up, you'll say, "What about our employees? We're not giving work to refugees when the actual citizens of the city are not working."
And give your employees that work. I don't give a damn. It's about putting food in your belly until this whole thing blows over. And it's not gonna blow over unless we work together.
My
I've been
laborers.
out there. I've been out there fighting these bastards for God knows who long or how long, and I've watched many of my comrades fall beside me. This bickering is only going to lead to more deaths.
That sounds like the problem of the soldiery.
It's
You
going
know
to
how
be
to fight.
all of our problems.
You may know how to fight. I know how to run a business.
Well, you better learn another trade. Right now, you have to make do. This is war. And we cannot afford selfishness right now.
They both look to the marshal. Does this common soldier speak for you, Marshal? Is this the answer that we shall get? Which the marshal then glares at Karnak. I shall speak to the rest of the council, and we shall determine how best to move forward with providing labor to those that are currently not working, and how to use their skills towards the war effort. And we shall, of course, provide favor to those that are citizens of the city before we allow refugees to take their place. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to the next meeting. Neither of the council members seem happy about this and leave rather begrudged.
Prot, throw cheese at him.
Prot, do not throw cheese at him.
Throw cheese at him.
I throw cheese at him.
Well, hide first.
She looks back to everyone. If you thought that was bad, you should have tried dealing with the universitariats. Or better yet, the Elven Consortium. They-
What are the universitarians?
Oh, you know, the ones who are simply here to go to school. They aren't providing much for the war effort.
Eventually, they're all going to be dealing with the Dragon Army to do something.
And of course, the Elven Consortium is trying to make sure that the various elves are getting the best possible deal out of whatever is happening here. Why we have a guild dedicated just to the proper and just treatment of elves, I don't know.
Sounds more like an embassy than a guild.
No, it doesn't represent any other country. It is purely an organization that is to make sure that elves are treated fairly within this city.
I do not begrudge you your job.
The one part about being marshal that I do not favor. The politicking. Nonetheless, thank you very much for what you have accomplished. I shall make sure to inform the next major council meeting with all of our council members that a decision may be made. In the meantime, you are dismissed.
Then we salute and head back to our rooms.
And we will call it there.